I've seen so many guys say this. Um, these are not our women. And I think that's when I say that, that doesn't mean I can't care about them or work with like-minded women who are open and still wanting to work with us. True. But this is the CIA's women. True. This is corporate America's women. This is HBCU true like women. This is Hollywood and social media and Instagram's women. It's not our women until their behaviors show otherwise. True. All right. So there's too many other. This is the Democrat Party's women. Yes. Yeah. All right. So what I'm basically getting at, man, is unless the woman in front of you shows and demonstrates that she's on your team, we have to assume that she's kind of on the side of, I'm going to go with whatever's trending right now. These are not our women, not in mass, not completely. True. And it'll be smarter and more efficient for us as men to get out the game as soon as possible with a smart, beautiful, intelligent, like-minded woman who ain't riding with the sisterhood and dip. And when I say start thinking outside of the box, your black woman may not be in the States, fellas. Yeah, yeah. Your black woman may have recently come here from South Africa, from Brazil, from you name it. Your black woman may also have a second language like Spanish. Yep. And we got to stop thinking that all of these women in this pool of different African slaves and Aborigines and all these other, whatever we want to claim, you got to look at the mindset. Yep. There's not enough women with the right mindset. True. That hasn't been completely taken over by white feminism.
1,000%. And this is exactly why. This is exactly what from the apostles on down the same for decades. All right. The woman of today, the modern woman of today, is straight up the enemy. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Also, as like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. I mean, these young men said a mouthful. And really, the reason why I did this, because it's something that we all know by now, is becoming a conscious, uh, a community of consciousness where everybody's coming to that same conclusion. Like, wait a minute, she's not for us. You know, they even created groups of individuals. They call them Manosphere, explaining how she's not for everybody. The red pill and all that. The ultimate red pill book was been the scriptures, and the scriptures been said these things was gonna happen. She never been for the man. All right. In the ancient world, she had to be controlled. Yeah, I said it. She had to be controlled. She had to be put into place because the results that we seeing is that thing that they call freedom, and you see the results of that shit. And it doesn't hurt just her, it hurts everyone. Is it devastating to see this where you're supposed to be one people and the backbone of your family is the enemy. All right. It's that shit. A lot of you brothers out there, let's keep it real. Be young and it's truth. You sleeping with the enemy, you just don't know it. Like a one wise man said, don't be mad. She was created to disappoint you. And this is why you can't put any strength, any merit, any real wealth into a woman. Because the results is always, you're not going to get back the same results. We the ones that uplift them and see them more than they see for themselves. But in return, how do we get treated? Like shit. Our Apostle Paul said it. He said it's true. He said men loves women. They don't know how to love. They don't love themselves. They may love themselves, but a lot of times they don't love themselves. They're just confused. All right, and it's true. First Timothy's no, First Timothy's 4. First Timothy's 4 and about. I'm sorry, it's not 4. It's 5. First Timothy's 5 and 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So here it is. All woman does, like Sydney Lauper made a song. I believe it came in '83. I was young. I don't know. Girls just want to have fun. That was the name of the song. It was a hit. I don't think it came out that time because I couldn't know. Probably came a little bit later. But I remember they used to play it live on the radio. I was a child. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember see everything, but that song was a big that was a big hit. All right, and Cindy Lauper, she was in the first WrestleMania, so she was like a megastar. But her hit song, which was really not her best song that she had, the best song that she has, "Time After Time," and when you hear the lyrics of it, you can actually feel it. Like you actually can understand. And what she's saying, she's not saying girls are going to have fun and just. She's singing to a man, you know. But the other song was just about a woman's liberation or women's let's say liberation, but carelessness. Yeah, a woman's carelessness, and that was a big fucking hit. All right, and here it is. This is an adult female singing "Girls Want to Have Just Want to Have Fun." I say it that way because she didn't even say women wanted to have fun. She said girls wanted to have fun. So a lot of you females claim to be women, but you're nothing but little girls. And all y'all think about is pleasurable things. Okay? You want the guy with the biggest pocketbook. I mean the biggest bag. You think you want the guy with the biggest bag. You get with the guy like a video seen last week, which was ill as fuck. But I'm just gonna say because I didn't want to put it on the do it on the YouTube because you know how YouTube is all sensitive and all that. So you just gotta talk about it. Basically, it was a older Jake, Jamaican Jake. He was uh he was selling grass, and he got with a 19-year-old girl. Told her like, "Yo, you pay, you pay for it." It's like, well, he said, he wanted exclusive. No, she said she wants to be exclusive just to him. So he got a crib. He got a nice crib. Got what she wanted, give her allowance and everything like that. And then she ended up bringing a next man to the crib, getting her back blown. He put cameras all over the joint. Find out she was texting the guy saying that she just using the old Jake. So he had the key. He came home. He took the bitch out. And when it was all said and done, when he went to court, which was ill. When we mean ill, that means that was bad as hell. And then they said, "Why you did that?" He said, I had money to burn, something to that extent, because he burned her up he put like 6 G's on her, like in dollars, and lit the bitch up. She lit her up to death. And that's what she got for playing a game of pleasure. Like Janet Jackson had that song when she was dancing her ass off on that principle of pleasure, right? So for the modern day woman, she lives in the Pleasantville, all right, or Pleasureville. Just made that up. Okay, she lives in Pleasureville. She lives in this bubble where nothing else really matters to her because she just want to enjoy herself. Okay, and tell the world there's nothing wrong with that. When she wants to settle, then she wants to settle. But the world leaves her behind because she's not worth that anymore. She's not our woman no more. She is the devil's woman. Matter of fact, you didn't finish it off. I gotta jump down. First Timothy's 5 and the lock. Yeah, I just want to go straight to the point. 5 and 14. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children. You know why it was told to marry when you was young? Because you have a lot of eggs and you could bring forth a lot of children, and you get to keep your youthful looks. All right, you get to keep your youthful looks, but you decided unconsciously because you was just following. Because women nothing but followers anyway. You follow the trend that got you nowhere. And a lot of you are just miserable. Now, majority of men don't want to acknowledge the fact that you exist. Let's think about that. Men are walking around right now, see something that would be considered beautiful, gorgeous, and rather say, I'd rather not deal with that. I'd rather keep my peace. Okay? And that shows you you are you're not a peaceful being. You're the agent of chaos. And the guideline is right here, and you refuse that. But don't worry, today's what? We're in May still. By the end of this year, majority of the YNs that you like to be around with, they will be gone. And guess what? A lot of you women are going to be gone too. So now you're going to be wishing and hoping for what Paul just said. I would therefore that the young women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some are already turned aside after Satan. And it's not some, it's a majority of you women are turned after the side of Satan. Um, Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. And this is a man speaking. Because like it says in Ecclesiastes in the scriptures, um, our hands are full of bands. A woman will try to mind fuck you. All right, she will literally try to mind fuck you. She'll give up the box. She'll give you the what was considered to be the most vulnerable parts of herself. But she in this day and age is open the door for every fucking thing. There's nothing special and unique about it. And then once she get you, she'll rock you to bed or rock you to a point. Then she will break you down. It's like Delilah and Samson. And there's plenty of scriptures that give us an idea the nature of a woman. This is why there was not supposed to be an authority. It wasn't supposed to be over any man. All right. And things worked out perfectly well back then because the results of today, there's a lot of lonely motherfucking hags out there who has to turn into each other because they live in this pleasure, this Pleasureville, okay, and then even in that is ruined. It says any affliction, but the affliction of them that hate me, and any revenge, but the revenge of the enemies. And why would he say that? Because the one that hate us the most is our very own woman. Damn, the one, your sister, your daughter, your cousin, your aunties, they got a hatred towards the men of their household, mainly the so-called black man. All right, and it's not because we all was in captivity together and she got raped and all this. No, it goes beyond that. It's the seeking of power that goes back to Eve. All right, because yeah, the traumatic stuff is one thing, and even in that consciousness, she knows that, and we living in a time where things hasn't gotten bad, but she has so much utter hatred towards her own. She would tear her own ahead of time just because of her feelings, how she felt at the moment. That's a dangerous being. This is why we need power. Power negates all that emotional bullshit. To know what a person is gonna do before they did it, or to be exercise authority when they know they can't do no harm, no matter how they try to rock you to bed or rock you lolly you down. That's what we need. We need power like that. Like how Peter was his Ananias and Sapphira, how they thought they was gonna get away from the Holy Spirit by telling lies. That's how you gotta get them. Because all these women out here, if there's nothing to check them at that moment, you have an issue right there. Since there is no head above the head of the serpent, there's no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And this is why a lot of men have decided they just want their peace. They don't want to deal with the nagging. They don't want to deal with the constant changing of the mood, changing of her mood and so forth, and not understanding how she felt at the moment. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Even their own fathers they don't want to deal with that shit. All right? That's why in the ancient world, the father would be glad to give his daughter away. He don't want to deal with that. Let it be for her husband, right? And she knew how not to do that because once she left the father's house, she didn't have to deal with one other man. But in today's environment, oh no, no. She got to choose. And the great choices that she makes when she creates a whole generations of Pookies and Ray Rays, these YNs, that's gonna get destroyed. It says the wickedness of a woman changes her countenance, the darkening of her countenance. I'm sorry, the wickedness of a woman changes her face, and the darkness of her countenance like in sackcloth. And that's why you see, which like a psychopath. It just one minute is all good, and next minute is like, oh shit, what the fuck? And you can't read her mind because she just try to keep that poker face, but she's angry. You could tell by the attitude. Yeah, that's why we need power, man. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth, it shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, that the portion of the sinner falleth upon her, which is an excellent the Wadi Habashim Yao Shai for that. For all you brothers out there don't have, hey, let's look, we need power. We truly need power because we'll be able to sift them out quicker. This emotional attachment, the going back and forth, like a lot of us are just too good for that. You know, we got to go straight to the point. Don't fray. Isaiah 4:1 is right around the corner. It's right around the corner. and we get the pick of the litter. And a lot, because I was discussing that with the beloved bro. I'm on one. We always talk about this, but a lot of you women out there on the YouTube land, y'all don't want to get rejected. So y'all play games and, well, guess what? A lot of women are going to get rejected. And there's nothing that can be said. There's nobody's going to come and comfort you when you get rejected. There's nobody, you just can't, the modern day, if they get rejected, they'll find anything that looks decent and just jump on the sack with them. And in that time, in that moment, it's not going to be all that, right? You're not going to have the options. You're not going to be able to control the narrative as you do now. There's still lights. There's still a functional society. All right. But when that's all said and done, all that wicked shit that you've done in your past, it will come back with receipts. And the receipts is going to come in the form of death. And that's your greatest fear. This is your greatest fear, But you've been playing the game because I remember one time I was in a cab. Well, I was heading somewhere, and it so happened to be a, a female driver. I was kind of leery. I had every right to be leery. And then she did something. I think she cut somebody off or whatever. And she said, "Oh, it's okay. I'm a woman." And I was like, "Oh shit!" I had to pray. Like I would get, but that because that's the mindset they really think in their mind, like because they're the opposite sex and like they could get away with murder. And if you drive anywhere, you see how the opposite sex does drive. They drive in an emotion. They drive emotionally. Okay, they will do anything and everything because they first anger. That's what they call um road rage. All right, they have a natural road rage because of the emotional the the emotions that they can't control. So they do foolishness, and this is a being that needs to be you know checked, and she will be checked. That indeed. It may not be yours for now. It may be if it's your turn, bros. Let it be your turn, and don't don't be surprised if you trespass against you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not our rest. And if it's not our rest, the thing that we supposed to catch rest from, it ain't gonna be our rest. You know, because that's part of the truth. That's part of the hell. Last scripture it says, "Then she," Micah 7:10. "Then she that is my enemy shall see it." And that's bad because I just read Sirach, the 25th chapter, tells you about an enemy, and they equated that in the same subject matter of a woman, an Israelite woman, to be exact. See, the Edomite woman, she will give you a reprieve, like a reprove, that she's trying to capture you, but she does it rightly, believe it or not. That's why they always say about the college girls and majority of college men, basketball, football, who's on their side is a white woman. And they tell you straight up, white women are trained to find a husband. Black woman's going to train to find a career. That's why the man made that statement. This is not our woman. She want no parts of anything. From the younger to the older, they all want to rebel because they're the enemy. They're the ops for now. You know? And if you find something that's well pleasing to you, that you don't have an issue, hey, count it as a blessing. Right? Count it as a blessing. She's containable, something that you could deal with. But soon, real soon, they're gonna be put in their fucking places. All those that came against the man of the Lord, all right, all those that betrayed a man because she want to live in pleasure, You know, girls want to have fun. Girls' night out, commit adultery, doing all that shit. Yeah, they're gonna get it. It says, "She that is my enemy shall see it." See what? Seeing everything that's you said is coming to fruition, is coming to life, power. Because we have power with the words that we say. As long as we speak in the term of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we have power. And they're gonna see it. They're seeing it now, but it's kind of dragging. It's like it's there, but it's not there. Because to this day, these females should be breaking down men's doors. But the Lord is doing this purposely. Right? This is a dangerous time for you. And it says, and shame shall cover her. Because why? There is no shame in the society. Shame is no longer is shunned upon. And shame will be brought back. And it's gonna be brought back and never go back ever again. That's why when it says Isaiah 32 and 9 about the years and the days and the years, because once the domino effect hits, there's no turning back. There's no going back to what's way it was. And the Lord was warning that. But shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Just like Job's wife. Job's wife she was completely out of order. She was ready to jump ship when she saw the adversity that was coming. All right, she didn't want it to bear what was going to happen because what? They're the weaker vessel. Okay, let a man lead. They don't want to, especially the black woman. She don't want nobody to lead her. Yet she says she wants somebody to lead her. Yet she'll come up with some bullshit excuse to say, "Oh, she got to be in her feminine, feminine zone or whatever, in order to submit." Well, you're gonna submit her, right? You're gonna submit. You're gonna be forced to submit. When society breaks down, you're done. Even when before society breaks down, that moments before all hell breaks loose, y'all gonna be crying. Y'all gonna be looking, you know. And there's not any Pookie or Ray Rays or any man that you think is out there that's gonna be able to save you. A lot of you just black widows. You get with somebody and death follows you. So the sucker that you are able to capture right now, sooner or later he be dead. Or he be sent to the wars, or something will happen, or he be in captivity. He go in captivity, going in jail. And now think about it, y'all, the average so-called black woman, y'all are a walking plague. Y'all are a walking curse. Anybody that get around you, this is why you stick to those guys, and those guys that excite you, you know, that make you feel like a little child again. That scare, it scares you here and there. These those emotional wreck niggas, like those niggas that, and you all pick the same type of dudes, and you know that's not gonna last. Y'all technically are cursed. Now thinking about it, y'all really cursed. Y'all can't keep a relationship, and every guy that you may have fallen for is end up dead or locked up. Yes, it's your choice that you pick these Ray Rays and Pookies and all this little shit. But in reality, you are cursed. And like the scripture says, y'all the sinners. So you caught you got what you wanted. You love death, you love excitement, so you got it. Like it says in the Proverbs 9 and 13. No, not 13, like the last couple of verse that the gates that the guests of hell is there. Matter of fact, let me get that. That's one of my favorite. I'll come back to that. Proverbs 9. So whoso is simple, let him turn hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she have said, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. That at Pleasantville, Pleasantville that you love so much, right? What is that talking about? It's talking about adultery. The one that you have an actual man, but you want to go out there, open your legs, like it says in Sirach the 26th chapter, open to every quiver, right? So you set these dudes up thinking that he's gonna hit and move on. If he's good enough, you might want to keep him around and do all this shit. But verse 18, but he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So a lot of you women are black widows, literally. All right, and that goes beyond the tribes. Every woman out there, a lot of you are black widows. It's not because you like the guys that excite you. You love death. That's what you like. You love death. You're scared of death, but you love death. You do everything to enhance death. So the suckers that find you, they just dead men. It's just a matter of time before they go back to their maker or go into captivity. All right, one way or another, you women are. I mean, I'm just speaking the facts. It's just that kind of hit me like, yo, y'all just love. Y'all just the epitome of death because everything that you do equals to death. All right, from your from having fun, playing around with different dudes, you just eating the wrong shit. Dudes, taking the side of the enemy. Y'all just everything y'all actually do is really counterproductive for your betterment. And if you don't make it to a certain age, a lot of you do, it comes to your children, right? Because y'all just break the laws. It says back in Micah 7 and 10, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, will said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, and now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So great judgments coming to Babylon. Hey, she may not be ours for now. She's gonna wish that she was ours real soon. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.